And welcome back to What If? This one comes to us from David Scarborough, who asked the question, what if Radditz... We seem to have a theme here right now with the what ifs, from yesterday to today's. What if Radditz had taken Gohan? What if he took Gohan? What if he didn't just kidnap him, but what if he actually took him and did something with him? What would happen there? So, for this scenario to even be plausible, we're going to have to change some things up. Instead of Radditz giving Goku the options like kill 100 people and blah 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 blah, and you can get your son back. He says, no, Kakarot, I think I'll take your son. Perhaps I'll make a true warrior out of him, something you clearly aren't. And he takes Gohan and takes him to the ship and knocks him out and takes him back and brings him back essentially to one of Frieza's main ships. And there we are. He'll meet up with the Radditz and Nappa later on, and we'll go from there. So, there's two problems right now we're facing for Goku and the Z-Fighters. A, Radditz took Gohan. But remember, Gohan also has the 4-star ball on his hat. They have a Dragon Ball, not even knowing what the f it is. So, now they can't even use the Dragon Balls, which is a big-ass problem. They can't even use Shenron to try to even make a wish to bring him back. Not that he could. He's limited by the planet and by Kami's abilities. So now they're like, they'll be back. Goku and Piccolo meet up eventually. Because Piccolo met up with them, and they agree that they're going to be back. He took his son, but let's not kid ourselves. They'll be back. And it's not just Radz. He said, Radz probably. I think Radz alluded to Vegeta and Nappa. But there's probably more of them, at least a few more. So he'll be back. Hopefully Gohan will still be on our side at that point. But until then, we're going to have to train, because clearly we can't match this guy, and we might not be able to match him. So we're gonna have to train our asses off to get him back. So Goku reluctantly agrees. All the Z fighters are like, okay, for Gohan and to get the Dragon Ball back, we got to do this. And of course, Goku has to break the news to Chi-Chi, and it's like, Goku apologizes, he didn't know, and all that. So, how could you? I'm gonna get Gohan back, Chi-Chi. I'm gonna get Gohan back, because he's gonna be late for dinner. So the question first off is gonna be, how long is Radditz out in space with Gohan before him and Nappa and Vegeta go back to Earth? So it took a year for the Saiyans just to reach Earth with Nappa and Vegeta. I'm gonna say, let's do a solid 4 years here. The reason for that is it's going to take some time for them to whip Gohan into at least some sort of shape for fighting, and to kind of wean him out of the childish nature that they would deem his attitude is not a proper way of saying child's act, smack. And then he'll be crying and stuff, but they'll notice his rage boosts at points, and they'll be like floored by the power they see just radiating off this kid, just how much it increases. And, they'll be like, oh, we can use this. But we're going to have to do a lot of work with them. That's right. We're going to have to do a lot of work. And then, so for the next 4 years, they're going to pretty much be kind of torturing, beating, and just messing with Gohan. Probably psychologically, to the point where Gohan is still young. He's only 5, so he'll be 9 by the time he'll basically be Namek Saga or Android Saga age by the time this is over. And he's not gonna. Well, he'll definitely be kind of more corrupted and be like, he'll. Spoilers for a little later in the video. He will initially start fighting his friends and his father and everything like that. He's not completely broken. He could find his way back if we let him. But the point being is that, how strong is Gohan gonna get? Well, we know Gohan's potential. Gohan, first up, with Piccolo, he only gained like 200 in terms of his power level, going for like 725 or something like that. So his power level, just to get him the basics fighting, didn't go up very high. We'll round up to an even 1,000. But that's in the first year, along with some proper training. After that, they're just going balls to the wall training. And then he knows Gohan's starting to increase by leaps and bounds. 3 more years out onto that, Gohan's power, I don't doubt, could be at least 10,000 at that point. We'll even say 10,000. But he's not the only, because Gohan's getting stronger and stronger, and actually giving Vegeta, Nappa, and Radditz some actual train. Because that's the thing. I get the impression that Radditz certainly doesn't train very much. Nappa probably doesn't. We know Vegeta does to some extent. We do know that, but a lot of their power increases came from long years on the battlefield, Zenkais and all that. So, it's one of those things that I don't think they've ever had a real training partner, like especially people, fighters on equal grounds to them. So, if nothing else, Raditz and Nappa actually would get some relatively solid increases. I think Vegeta full power wouldn't grow substantially, or it would not increase to a substantial amount. But something like, say, 20,000, whereas max power initially was 18,000, I'd say that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable increase he could do. And Nappa and Rads, again, Nappa's full power, I believe, was around 7,500, so 7,500. I'd say 9,000. I'd say maybe 11,000, so he makes sure he's stronger so he can keep the kid in line. And Radditz, I think, would also get like a seriously good workout with Gohan. I think he could probably easily hit about 4,000. Now, suppressed, these guys would still, I think Vegeta would still keep himself around 16,000 suppressed. Nappa would probably be more like 5,000 suppressed. And Radditz will probably be, I think I said 4,000 for Radditz, right? Right. I think he'd keep himself around 20, he wishes. 2,000. And Gohan's around 10. So yeah, they say, no, why don't we bring the boy back so he can say hello to his old daddy dearest. And then, and now Gohan still has the 4-star ball, but now he has it wrapped around his neck like a necklace. And he says Gohan was at least smart enough to never tell them what the Dragon Ball actually was, but there was something that it was important to him, and that it's going to be the last remembrance of his home. It says, oh, what's important? Don't you remember your home, Prince Vegeta? And then, that would be one of those things like, I see that Saiyan pride in you. It's a good and strong boy. Not bad for a half-breed, not bad at all. You keep your little trinket, boy. So they go off, and Gohan's got a pod too now. Meanwhile, back on Earth, 4 years of hardcore. Now, see, they trained hardcore for the Saiyans initially. Now there's a third Saiyan, and they have Gohan. Take that hardcore, times it by 2, and then add 4 years onto that. So, okay, math. Woo, we're going to do some math here, folks, and I'm doing it right off the top of my head. We're saving Goku for last, because Goku's going to be the trickiest one here, because he doesn't have the same training method he did with King Kai. So, again, all the Z-Fighters, and Goku and Piccolo would probably train off and on with the Z-Fighters, go to Kami's Lookout and everything like that. But all the Z-Fighters, in 1 year, like Piccolo, Yamcha took like a 6 times multiplier. Tien, I think, took like a 7. We have no idea what Chaozu's multiplier was. I'm going to say it was like maybe 4 or 5, because Chaozu's power is in his psychic abilities, not his actual fighting ki power. So Chaozu, so right off the bat, I'll put over 4 years, he was at 600. Will be nice for Chaozu and say 2,500. So we'll say that 2,500. So yeah, we'll say that for Chaozu. That's kind of easy one. Everyone else, I can't just go by a multiplier. It's like, okay, did 6 over 4 years, 24 times. I can't do that. That doesn't seem, because the stronger you get, the harder it will be for you to increase your strength. However, I do think they will all up their training a little bit in terms of intensity. So instead of like go up 1 notch, so instead of times 6 times 7. So ultimately, though, what is the long-term number I give them? Over 4 years, I'm going to go with all the Z-Fighters about 20 times. Hit and miss, maybe like 25 times for like, or 21 or 5 or what. Yeah, we'll go 25 for like Tien. But yeah, 20, we'll just go a solid 20 times. So do 20 on to what their current power level was. I believe Krillin was like 205, so that would put him, roughly speaking, at 4,100. Yamcha was actually weaker than Krillin, so that would put him at like 3,400, something like that, something along those lines. Tien, if I go 25, he was at 250, so that means 5,000. Add another 5 onto that. That means he would be at 6,250, which actually is a pretty solid number. And then, did I miss anyone? No. And then we have Piccolo and Goku. Now, they would be spending a lot of time training with each other. But they would be going off and on with them, probably even trying that, not the Room of Spirit and Time, the other room not the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, but the other room they were in. I could see Goku maybe feeling like, no, I'm going to have to go in that room and womb. I'm going to have to go in the womb. I'm going to have to go in that room again. But I don't see that. I think they'll go, because Piccolo increased by 8 times training himself and Gohan. So if he just focused on himself, I imagine he would have been even stronger. So since he's training, just focusing on his training with Goku to improve each other, screw 10, I'd say 12 just in 1 year. Piccolo and Goku would definitely take higher multipliers than the rest of the Z fighters. I think Goku would take the bigger of the two, that's just because he's a Saiyan and that's the way they work. And it's Goku. But ultimately, over 4 years, it might sound high. I will go 40 times for Piccolo, whose power would have been around 4,000, so a little over 400, like 408. So you times that by 4, so times 10 is 4,000. So he'd be on 16,000 overall, long term. Goku will round up to a solid 50. I think because it's Goku's kid, so he's got the bigger motivation here, which then puts Goku's full power, roughly speaking, in the neighborhood of it's about 20. Let's say 21,000. So he just edges out Vegeta. Just. So and then they get no word that the Saiyans are coming. They get the Senzu beans ready and all that. Saiyans come back. It's like, where's my son? It's like, hello, Fa. It's like, Gohan, you're back. It's like, yes. Why did you say hello to your father and your friends? Yes, Prince Vegeta. And he comes in, and he just, boom, starts, like, unfortunately, just for joke's sake, Yamcha suddenly just, what? Kid! First off, it's like, how'd he get so strong? As they trained us. No, go on! It's me, your dad! Like, yeah, it's like, then he just starts firing off blasts. Just, Goku just, so now he's just trying to take on Gohan, just keep, it's like, Gohan, stop! It's me, Goku! Don't, please! Just, he has to do, actually, boom! Brings Gohan down, and then Gohan just, it's like, no, your mother, she's worried about you. And then, again, so the fight with them is going to be going for a while. It's like, what a touching reunion. And all of a sudden, Piccolo comes in, just, boom, and there's, that you'll regret that, Namekian. And he powers up. Not the full power. I think he'd actually power up to his cannon full power, so 1,800. He would power up a bit, and then they would go toe-to-toe for a while. So Piccolo could stand could go toe-to-toe with Vegeta in this scenario. Suppressed, he could actually beat Vegeta, because he is slightly stronger than 16,000. But just general Vegeta versus Piccolo, he could go toe-to-toe with him. Granted, we know we've given him a bit of a boost, but still. Meanwhile, as they were able to give Yamcha a Senzu bean to get him back up, because Goku hit him hard. The rest of them are now facing off against Radditz and Nappa, and they all power up. So Tien and Krillin both agree. All right, it's like we got the bald guy. You take the one with the hair. Say, no, I want the one with the hair. I've got some, to quote Gohan, I've got some shit to work through. It's like, payback time, asshole! And then it's Krillin and Chaozu, I'd say, versus Radditz, whose power is only around 4,000. Krillin actually is stronger than Radditz. It's not by much, but he is stronger. And Chaozu was strong enough that, if he wanted to, he could give him a solid run for his money. Chaozu's using some psychic abilities. They're going toe-to-toe. Radditz actually impressed this guy who he bitch smacked the first time he came here. Is not only going toe-to-toe, it's actually pushing him back. Just boom, boom, and then, comes in, Kame, you're not leading. It's like, Saturday, and then Chaozu's actually frozen him with his mind, with his mental powers. Like, what? And then he's not dead, but he's pretty much Nappa after Vegeta broke his back, minus the back break, and just you bastard. It's like, yeah. It's like, that's what you get for taking our buddy's son. That not cool, bro. Not cool. And then he actually ends him. Just, bah! Meanwhile, the fight with Nappa and Tien and Yamcha, at least for the time being, was going in their favor. I mean, suppressed Nappa is now about 5,000 instead of going to full, his full 11,000, which he does have. Which, full power, Tien actually is stronger. He's a little over 6,000. And, Yamcha is right around 4,000, so he's at least able to keep up and keep him on his toes. Again, you get some energy blast, you get the multiform technique. It's putting Nappa on edge. Tien or Yamcha is using his energy homing technique. Again, I don't know what the name of that's called. Does it both, then just and then meanwhile, he's preparing, distracting him. And then blast, Nep blocks one blast, but another one comes and hits him in the back. And then all of a sudden you see Tien just shoot, and then Nappa just starts powering up. Gekko! A non-lethal one, because when he used it against Nappa, he was missing an arm, and he was planning to take himself out with it. But, he just, boom! Blasts him near point blank. Nappa does power up, and he gets the full power. But it's, he does take a hit. He takes a pretty solid hit, just, you're making me so mad! And it starts barreling through everyone now, just beating the ever-loving crud out of them. And I'm sorry if you hear neighbors. I can hear them right now. So, yeah, it's, Puppy, if you're gonna go bark, but, don't growl. You're just people out there. You're just people out there. They're just walking up the street. Anyway, so, yeah, Yamcha, or, Nappa starts really wailing on even Tien at this point now can't hold a candle to Nappa. I mean, he's a little over half as strong as him, but barely. And at that point, now Nappa's just kind of wailing on him. Krillin gets a lucky hit, nails him with the Destructivist. Kind of does the cross the streak, though. It goes a little deeper this time. So now he's like, ugh! He's actually having trouble moving his mouth. So, I'm going to destroy you all. It's like, no! And then Goku sees this, and he can sense his power and realize they're waning. So it's like, I'm sorry, Gohan. And then just, boom! Delivers an uppercut straight to Gohan's gut, knocks the wind out of him, and just kind of throws him down. And then he just charges him, just, Kamehame! It's like, huh? And then, and then just point blanks Nappa and just incinerates him. Meanwhile, Gohan, again, gets back up. I was like, yeah. And then he gives like, son, please. And I have no, Dad, I don't want to hurt you, but I do. And then he's struggling. It's like, yeah. Tears are starting to well up because it's almost like brainwashing at some point. Gohan's trying to fight the reprogramming of his brain on some level. And it's just wrecking him, and just and all of a sudden, just you suddenly see a white ball in his head. It's like, what's it? Kid, what are you doing? I see. It's like Nappa's gone, Vance is gone. That's right, kid. Do it! And then just throws the false moon, transforms into Ozaru. So they've got a 100,000 power level Ozaru Gohan going around. He's like, oh, damn it. But meanwhile, the Dragon Ball drops, like, the Dragon Ball, it's like, and then they grab the Dragon Ball. Come on, quick, everyone, move! Obviously, Gohan doesn't have much control, and Vegeta's just laughing. He actually decides to transform too, just to make sure that Gohan doesn't turn on him, because he's far stronger than Gohan. And yeah, now they're wreaking havoc. Now they're just running for it. But now they have the seventh Dragon Ball, and basically what they say is like, Krillin, you know what to do. And it's like, yeah, I got it. Or actually, no. I bet he would tell Piccolo, you know what to do. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, no, I'm staying here. It's like, you need me here, Goku. Through the time they've been training, Piccolo hasn't progressed as quickly as he did with Gohan, because Gohan wasn't there to show him, give him some humanity. But he has tapered out a bit. He's not evil anymore. Doesn't really like Goku that much, but he respects Goku's power, and he was someone who could help increase him as well. So he can respect Goku on that level. But he basically just says, if you die, the Dragon Ball won't even work, so the point of this plan is going to be pointless. You have to go now. It's like, fine. You owe me one for this. It's like, get a line. So I was like, oh, you're not going anywhere, Namekian. Solar flip! Oh! And then both Gohan and Vegeta are now just, their eyes are burning. So now it's just them versus two partially but temporarily blind Uzaras. Like, now Goku, I think Kami did tell Goku about his tail and a little bit about that. And I think he would have. I think at this point they do know about the whole tail weakness. So at that point, Krillin basically uses Destructo Disc to take off at least Gohan's tail. Vegeta is able to get out of the way just in time to do it. I think it does nick his tail. He still got it, but now he's. I don't know if having the tail still attached to you, even for like hanging by a string of flesh, would still suffice. I'd say no, like if it's just hanging on a piece of skin, but if it's like maybe halfway cut through, it still counts. So it still nicks his tail, and he immediately feels like, and then Goku comes in, who's much stronger and faster, and sorry, you'll notice I got a cut in my shirt there, who's much stronger and faster, and, he comes in, and he's able to cut through the tail, so they both recede back to their forms, like, and then, he falls into Goku's arms. Vegeta's a little, just, he's flabbergasted at this point, just, it's you, oh, dare you and the killer boys. And then Gohan actually just like, Dad? It's like, that's right, Gohan. It's Dad. Daddy? And then he just passes out. It's like, and then now Goku just, Goku's actually now starting to break down a little bit, despite he hasn't seen him in 4 years. Even Goku is not like, he loves his family in his own way, obviously, but he's just saying he's an idiot, so, For the first time ever, Goku's actually shedding some tears. Like, then all of a sudden, those tears turn from tears to sadness and joy to he's just staring a death glare at Vegeta. It's like my son. You turned my son. It's like he was my baby boy. It's like my baby boy. And you go Vegeta for abridged. So now, and even Vegeta's like, and now. It's Goku's turn for a bit. Not Super Saiyan Rage boost, mind you, but, well, theoretically, you could make an argument that he was feeling extreme loss and pain, so you could make that argument. I'm not going to go that route, though. But that said, he also now gets a Rage boost, and his Rage boost, like father, like son, not quite as bad as strong as Gohan's, but I would be saying, hey, he's probably pushing 35,000 right, if not 35,000 right now, just, and just comes in and just, boom, boom, start beating the ever-loving shit out of Vegeta. Gallant Gunda just grabs his arm, just boom, breaks his arms. And then, he just stands there, just. Unlike Gohan, though, he is a trained warrior, and he can hone his emotions in if he can. Just he starts powering back down to his 21,000, which at this point will easily waste Vegeta. It's like, take your ship. Leave and never come back. And he's got a beam charge right there. Do you understand me, Vegeta? Leave and never come back. And Vegeta is like, despite having a broken arm, his arms don't work, but he can still press a button. So it's like, he gets his, and he basically just throws Vegeta into his pod, and Vegeta's in his head, he's like, this isn't over, Kakarot. This isn't over! And then he goes and, flies off. So, meanwhile, they're like, Gohan wakes up, and Gohan's just, Goku, it's like, Shenron, please restore Gohan's memories. Please, can you undo the brainwashing they did? I cannot undo it all, but I can restore him to I can restore some of what he was, but who he is beyond my power, blah, blah, blah. He basically tries to restore some of Gohan's real memories and stuff like that. And he's able to use Shenron to bring back Gohan's memories of, being on Earth with his family and all that. Which now, but it would start and eventually does override at least the psychological aspect of what they did to him. And he finally just comes to, like, kind of woozy and just, Dad? It's like, what happened? I remember that your Radditz and Vegeta and training and Dad, and then Goku's just like, I'm here, Gohan, I'm here. So we leave on a relatively happy ending. Now Gohan is still going to be a relative badass. He's still got all the training. He's still overcome his fear and everything. He's just, they were able to bring him back to at least what we saw Gohan say in Namek and beyond, where he lost his overall fear of fighting and fear of dying and all that and fear of the enemies, and he was able to actually go fight, go in and charge into the fight. So that's the Gohan you got now. Hey, Vegeta got the shit kicked out of him. Everyone is still alive, though, and Raditz and Nappa are charred husks. So at the moment, there's no reason to go to Namek, at least for them. We'll see what happens otherwise, though. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super, and Magic, what if anything I do on this channel, discussion videos. Put it in the comments below. Let me know. I'll do a review of that at some point. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's a week of what if, so stay tuned for those. Later, folks.